Fortnite's latest live event is 13.5 hours away, so I've got Nate in here with me, and we're going to be talking about everything you need to know about the new update. We're hopefully going to make this one a bit longer than the last one. It's kind of my trial run, and I hope you guys did enjoy that one. So, to start it all off with, if you don't know, the event is called The Big Bang. I'm going to be streaming it. Pretty much everyone is going to be streaming it. You going to be there for the event, Nate?
If I wake up on time.
There you have it, guys.
Early in the morning.
Yeah, it's going to be 8 AM New Zealand daylight time, so if you live in New Zealand like me, that's when the event is. Otherwise, it's 2 PM Eastern and like 7 PM GMT. I don't remember the GMT time as well as I do the ET. It's actually going to be crazy. So we know that Eminem is not only going to be performing, we're also going to have Rocket League racing teasers. There's the Fortnite Festival.
Road racing mode, the Lego mode.
The Lego mode, yeah, Lego Open World is coming out. We've got like official teasers from Lego about that one. They posted their llama model, which actually looks kind of cool, but a bit scuffed because it's Lego.
Am I gonna buy it?
I don't think you
Probably
need to
yes.
pay for the Lego expansion, right? You wouldn't think so.
Probably gonna release it like in like the warehouse. What do you think?
Oh, the model. Yeah. I mean, it's really just a minifigure. You'd think, like, yeah, I guess you could sell that. What else? What am I? This is not a good start to the podcast. I'm gonna have to cut out quite a bit of this. I need something to keep me on track. Twitter is just reposting Peter Griffin at the moment. There is literally just Peter Griffin on Twitter.
Now, all I'm saying is, Bodfold full box as Peter Griffin.
That
We are about to have the best montages we've seen in years.
for a Peter Griffin sniffing a wall, ain't no way. I mean, you saw that modded gameplay of Peter Griffin in the video, right? Yeah, that was
the best montages ever.
Bro, that's gonna be something else. That's one of the skins that's gonna be leaked for next chapter. But I don't know. Will we see Peter Griffin in the event? Who knows?
In the event.
That could be something.
I mean, they would probably do it. No. Now my question is, how is Eminem gonna tie into it? Is it gonna be like a concert into an event, or an event?
I think Eminem's.
music
If
and
I go to the
music.
shop right now, it says. I think it's Rat Boy. It's under. Yeah, his Rat Boy skin says, "I came to save the game." So what we're thinking is Eminem might actually be like kind of one of the heroes in the live event, and we don't really know who's gonna be the bad guy. I mean,
okay, so he's a part of the story now. Okay, great.
yeah, I mean, Eminem just rapping to save like the
Eminem
Fortnite
Fool.
OG map could be pretty crazy, but we know that it's not gonna be Fortnite OG after this season. We've already seen the leaked map. It's work in progress, but it's still just not the OG map, and it's definitely not chapter 2 either. But what we're thinking is that the timeline has been altered because it looks very similar.
You know what? If I'm learning lazy links, I'm gonna go back to my home. If we get on the chapter 2 map,
Lazy
some
Links.
form of lazy links.
Lazy Lake?
No, Lazy Lake. There you go.
Yeah,
Haven't
bro's
been
been playing too much
in a while. Haven't been there
OG.
in a while, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I don't actually know. What was my favorite POA of chapter 2? I wonder if they'll bring them back because... Oh, actually, I can pull this up right now. They've got the chapter 2 POI code names, I think. I'll pull it up on Echo's page. I think Echo has it, right? But yeah, they actually like leaked all the code names for the Chapter 2 map.
Oh. Apparently, we're gonna go through a whole bunch of different dimensions or times during the event.
Yeah, the event. I've seen like a few teasers of actually how the event's gonna be. I mean, there's the official teasers where it was like Fortnite posted something like a galaxy is a combination of universes or something random. They posted one of the rocket going up with the time machine attached, and then I saw this one. It's literally someone's got into the event in UEFN. And, I mean, they weren't
What?
fully able to play it because obviously half of the stuff isn't decrypted. But they got into the event and they actually managed to see the brand new event early. I mean, it looked very
That's
scuffed.
gotta be fake, right?
No, I don't actually think it is, because it looked very Fortnite-y, and apparently the trees start floating at some point. I mentioned this in the last video. Trees start floating. There's a cuddle team leader here. The stage that Fortnite teased Eminem to be on is apparently going to be there. Can I just say, having a concert with like a storyline event is a really good idea. Like,
But
with
no. See. This is where I don't want to be there. I would rather do Eminem concert and then an event on the side. Like I wouldn't
Really?
have them at the same time. It just doesn't work.
You think? I really liked it because
Yeah,
they
it's
did
not
that with
right.
Rift Tour, Ariana Grande's event, and I mean they had
Oh.
obviously features from like I think Juice WRLD was one of his tracks was in there.
Wait, what happened? What happened at her event again? What was the story
Rift
about
Tour was like they had Ariana Grande with the portals and things like that, and there was at one point this was very storyline. This was like the aliens basically were the chimera thingies and the cube stuff. Very weird. I don't know who was actually controlling it. But they basically did like a scan of the players' minds, and so it showed like all of the past events as you were floating through. It was pretty crazy. I mean,
I remember that.
yeah, I'm working on Rytark's escape room map with him, and I thought it was a really cool idea, like the way you kind of floated through like your dreams and memories, and he has like a interesting storyline, and so I thought, why don't you make these levels that kind of don't really work together that well, like individual dreams where you like kind of float through your memories and then you end up in this like dream world where it's kind of all a bit weird. I mean, I can't spoil too much of the map. I think I might have streamed it, but I don't actually remember, so I won't spoil too much of it. But I do have the POI code names, actually, I forgot to say. So, this isn't all of them. I've seen, like, the landmark code names as well. But they have Abandoned Mansion, Abandoned Ruins, Coastal City, Grand Glacier Hotel, Marina Town, Mountain Village, Orchard, River Capital, Rural Village, Society Estate, and Tennis Club. It's
Society Estate could be like, I can see that makes sense in that.
yeah. I mean, there is the lake. I think it's Loot Lake Center map. It seems to be a Loot Lake again. And
No, I don't actually like Blue Lake. I would rather have like
well, it's not the same
middle
Loot Lake.
center.
Yeah, it's
I
not
know,
the
I know,
same
but
Loot
I,
Lake.
like, because you know we had Chapter 3 Middle Lake, which was really boring.
Yeah, they had
Chapter 4 one we didn't have in Middle Lake, but the Chapter 2 one was the best one. We had the agency in the middle. You had a good POI in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, it did feel like that was kind of like the storyline spot was in the center map. You kind of could tell what season it was depending on how the center map was. But this one, it looks kind of like Chapter 3 Loot Lake, because they had Chapter 1, iconic. It was a bit boxy, but it was iconic. And then Chapter 2's one came around.
The best.
It wasn't really Loot Lake. It was more like a moat around like an island, but it did feel really cool. Like that center map part. Like you'd see most people would always drop center map. if you wanted to get like the mythics or whatever it is. And then Chapter 3, I can agree that was mid. But Chapter 4, apparently there was actually Loot Lake. And it was the little place, you know, Mega City, where the the lake was.
I wasn't really but it wasn't sent to map though. I only got
Yeah,
it was a
it wasn't really sent to
lake
map.
outside of Anvil Square.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't sent to map, but it was called LUTE Lake. And then like they actually brought in the the lake in season 2, where the floating island in the trailer was always above the mega city lake. So what I'm thinking is canonically that was Loot Lake, but to make it make more sense in the game, because obviously sometimes mega city area would be in storm, they couldn't always have Loot Island in the storm, so they had to kind of make it random. But I think canonically that was Loot Lake.
Oh.
It's stuff to think about, eh? But yeah, those.
What else do we have?
So the code names that we read, I mean, we kind of really only focus on Society Estate. I mean, I think the reason we're thinking that center map is because of Eclipsed Estate, but oh, I've got a good piece of information. So there was this Brazilian event on. It was like, I think it was about Xbox stuff. And as we know, Xbox recently just leaked the entire Battle Pass. And basically just told everyone, hey, Peter Griffin's in the Fortnite Battle Pass. And so apparently they had like this Brazilian event. And there were like a whole bunch of things, like the Lego collab. There was the I think something about the Big Bang event. But one thing they were talking about a lot was this train. And I don't know if you've heard about this yet, but there's like a very clear path that goes around the map that looks like it could have like a train system set up.
I have seen that all over TikTok.
Yeah. And this River Capital POI, I mean, this isn't 100% confirmed to be River Capital, but the place that Echo has called River Capital looks like a bit of a train station. It could have a train that goes through there. There was, at the event, there was one thing that they weren't allowed to take any photos of. You weren't allowed to share it at all. If you went to the event, you couldn't share this with anyone, but like you obviously knew. And it was that there was a train, something about a train. We're pretty sure. I mean, because obviously you couldn't say anything. We don't know for sure, but 90% sure it's about the train. There was text on the back of like this box that you could get at the event, and it said stuff about the train, escape the train, that sort of stuff. And I think a train could be really cool. Like, I don't know how they implement it, because it won't be a vehicle. You can't really have multiple on one track. That would just be chaos. But you could do the sort of GTA myth testing.
No. You could do Apex Legends vibes.
Like, what do you mean by that?
The Apex Legends train, the Winter Holiday train.
No, I don't actually.
The one that went around the map and it had like the best loot on it in the game.
Oh,
so it was during the Winterfest, the train would go around the map and it would have the best loot, but it would be kind of hard to land on it. Everyone would land there.
Interesting.
I would kind of like if they did something like that, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
really good loot.
That would make the most sense, because I don't think people would just be chill with no fighting and just hop on a train. They're just like sitting there, just emoting together while they wait to get to their destination, and then just jump straight out the train and just shoot each other straight in the skull. It would make a whole lot more sense if it's some sort of contested area like the Rift POI last chapter.
I want it to be like the hardest thing. It's gonna have like you land there and you get a gold weapon every time. You know? know.
I mean, even a mythic, like, could be kind of like a boss POI, but you have to.
Mythic would be.
Yeah.
Mythic would be very cool.
And I mean, it could be something like an upgraded version of like the Last Resort vaults, where you have to like kind of do some stuff with like numbers or press like quick time events even to unlock a vault.
I do like the more simple Fortnite. Gonna be honest. I am very much liking just the simple pick up guns, shoot people. None of that kill bosses type thing. I just like the simple stuff, you know.
I think that's what most people would say they like about like the basic mechanics are the best part. And I mean, there's these Chapter 4 fanboys I keep seeing on Twitter. They're like, "Oh, that season sucks," and then everyone that likes the season doesn't really say anything about it. It's just like, this is a cool season. But I think in general, the simpler stuff does make more sense. But there's always the but.
Simpler.
I mean,
I don't really like the vaults.
I think if they finally put ranked back to its, like standard loot pool, without the fancy NPCs and things and no bots,
I could get behind that. I love playing ranked. I could get behind that.
Yeah, if ranked actually felt like it was separate from pubs, and it wasn't just like pubs, but you get points every time you like do well in a game, it would make a whole lot more sense as a separate mode. And then you have that mode where you can just pick up things, shoot people. It's simpler, but it can still be more difficult. I mean, obviously it's ranked, so you can be in a different rank. If you're low ranked, then obviously you're gonna have a whole lot better time if you're in the people that are the same skill level as you. Whereas pubs, it's kind of a bit weirder of a matchmaking system, and so it would make sense to have a bit more thoughtful gameplay where it kind of balances things out. It's not just about who can aim, who can shoot better, and it's more about like being smarter. There's a bit more of a different skill thing.
I have been playing this game for way too long to get destroyed by someone who's not good at the game.
Yeah, and that's where rank comes in.
Because they have a better weapon than I do.
They also need to add Siphon. I'm just saying that needs to be in Chapter 5.
I need Siphon. I just need it.
I've been seeing so many crazy clutches, and in all the comments, it just says Siphon was the only reason this clip exists. And I mean, these clips are crazy. These people that are surviving on like 17 health. And I just think it's a real shame that they don't have Siphon, because everybody wants it in competitive. Yeah.
Everybody wants it. They don't want to give it to us.
Exactly.
Like, just look at that clip from the Global Championship, where he came. I think it was. Whose duo was it? Someone came back from Storm with like they got 3 kills and they came back from Storm. It was crazy.
Really? Oh yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, and it was like a pretty good comeback, but then it was kind of like would have done a whole lot better with Siphon, you know. And they just.
Well, no, he had Siphon. That's why it was so good.
Really?
That's why he's. Like,
oh, that's right. Yes, it was. Siphon was in globals. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I really forgot.
I mean, it's hard to remember when you haven't been able to play with it. It's kind of like, yeah. I want to find the landmark code names. Chapter 5 landmarks. Ah, here we are. Landmark code names from iFireMonkey. So, there is a whole bunch of them. There's 34. I'm not sure if I want to read all of them out, but...
There's no way there's going to be 34 locations. What?
No, not named. There's 11 named locations. Named locations on this map. If I search this up.
Is it a lot or is it a little?
I think that's around chapter 4's, which was slightly less than like chapter 3 and 2. Okay, wait, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the chapter 4 season 2 map. And
Okay, I can deal with 11.
yeah, I mean,
I can deal with 11.
and then there's like 34 of those landmarks, like you know, the little pillars they had in the mega city biome, and they never really did anything with them, but it was just like a whole bunch of obelisks in a circle, things like that. And like the redacted bunker had like the landmark thing. It's like when you walk up to it, it'll show it's a landmark, but it's not named on the map.
You mean the landmark, not pure.
Yeah. So there's the coastal city named location, and then we've also got coastal airstrip and coastal ruins. They've spelled them coastal, but
Ooh, coastal?
yeah.
Coastal ruins.
I mean, what I'm seeing on this actual map is that there's like the main island, and then there's this kind of separate island. This is the work in progress map. But basically, there's like this main map, and then there's like a kind of big chunk of the island that's separate, and it's got got like 2 bridges in. I really like the look of it. It reminds me of that place where Evie was in like chapter 3. It was that little island to the right of the volcano. Do you know what I'm talking about?
That little like flick to the right?
Yeah, the thing that kind of looks like a fish almost.
Why are we talking about that? It's so tiny.
But it reminds me of this like coastal area. What we're thinking is the coastal area. It's like an actual, it's like a bigger version of that, and it's got like the beaches all around. I think it actually looks kind of cool.
It might be very cool, yeah.
I'll show you what I think the chapter 5 equivalent is. Okay, so if you look at the coastal bit at the top of the map.
Okay, it's a lot bigger.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger.
There is a Lazy Lake remix. Oh my god, let's go.
Well, no, this is someone's predictions.
That's massive.
This is someone's predictions on what they think it is.
I see that. It's kind of like cut off from the rest.
Which is why I'm kind of like interested to see what could come from that. Because I mean,
I would like to see that as well.
That POI at the top of it, I think it's covered by the text in your image, but that POI looking thing at the top looks really sick. I mean, you got like sea view with beaches on either side. I mean, there's even like mountains on the island. I think for a work in progress map, this already looks pretty good. I really kind of hope we do get something similar, but at the same time, I do want it to be a bit more expanded. And it really gives me that chapter 2 feeling from having like the mountains at the bottom.
It does.
It's like that same idea. And then on the left side, it looks like we also have like a chapter 3 Cuddle, whatever the place was called, Camp Cuddle remix. I mean, that wasn't a bad POI, but it only lasted 1 season, so I think it's possibly coming to the game. Is there anything else we can talk about? Because that might be it.
Is there the new skins?
New
There's a lot of new
skins? Oh yeah, we could go over the stuff for next season, because I won't be able to cover chapter 5 until it's out on this podcast. So yeah, we have the leaked battle pass. This was sent out by Xbox. I was talking about this earlier, but basically it shows Peter Griffin. We've got like Solid Snake.
Yeah, I seen that photo. That's why I was talking about it.
Yeah. And there's, I think, 5 survey skins. The tiger skin that apparently has been in since like start of chapter 3, which is crazy. I thought it was in like chapter 4 season 2's survey, but no, apparently not. It's been a returning one since like chapter 3 or even chapter 2. Okay. Right. Oh, front and center. How could I forget? Agent Jones is front and center. Apparently it's called Underground Jones. And
Underground Jones.
he's wearing sunglasses. He's got like a beard. I mean, can't tell so well from this key art because it's so low quality. You can't take screenshots of the Xbox homepage, so no one's been actually able to get like an HD version. But he's holding a. It looks like a 7 themed gun. He's got shades on. He's got beard.
Is it wait, 7 theme gun? Is it the gun that he got at the?
No, this isn't that
things?
portal gun. Nah.
No,
This
is
is
it a pistol? Is it a pistol?
yeah, no it's not. It's a it looks kind of like the Havoc AR with a scope and a silencer. It's really hard to describe it, but it looks really cool. And I think it's kind of like the next MK, I reckon, but with a lower fire rate.
Yeah, because the MK5 was busted.
Yeah. And then obviously we got Peter Griffin and the tiger skin kind of flanking this key art. Stained glass window, and it really looks like it's underground. The text even says, Chapter 5, Season 1, Underground is here. So that's...
It's called Underground?
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
So what's the map gonna be?
Underground. Imagine it's just like, the entire thing is in a cave. You drop in from like a stalactite or something.
Stalactite?
Yep.
Did you say stalactite?
Yep.
God.
No. You have to say stalactite instead of stalactite. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. Little Harry Potter reference for all of you out there. The fuck you say to me, you little shit? Ninja reference for all of you out there. I'm not gonna lie. I think we're kind of running out of things to talk about.
Yeah. Gotta be honest.
But yeah, once again, guys, I hope
I'm very excited.
Yeah, I hope you guys are as excited as we are for the new event. I'm definitely streaming it. I've set my alarm. I'm probably gonna set 3 because I do not want to miss this. Eminem is performing. Oh, I didn't talk about this in the last one. Speaking of Eminem performing, there was the email that was sent out to creators such as me, because I am a creator. Use code TurboNZ in the item shop. And so I did get an email from Epic Games saying that what was it? It was saying that the event had like copyrighted songs in it, but you would be able to keep them on YouTube for 7 days. So if you're planning on uploading the concert, and like the whole live event, you'll be able to earn money from it for 7 days if you're in the partner program. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Where was it? Yeah, there we are.
7 days is interesting because like they have.
Yeah, I mean they did that with the Rio G lobby track. That one, you could basically use that for 7 days as well. And this is precisely 7 days. It's December 2nd, 2023, 2 p.m. Eastern. December 9th, 2023, 2 p.m. Eastern. And one other thing before we go, the graphics quality stuff has been sent out. So if you haven't already like got an idea of what graphics quality you want for the live event, this is Epic Games' recommendation. They said, our team has put together an amazing experience, so we recommend the following graphics settings for full viewing pleasure. For PC, set the graphics quality to epic and the frame rate limit to 60 FPS. And if you want the maximum cinematic look, turn motion blur on. PS5, Xbox Series X and S, so next gen consoles, graphics settings to default and motion blur on. And then old gen consoles, including Switch and Android, just default graphics settings. So
Yeah, see, I have a potato PC.
yeah, that's the issue with mine as well.
That ain't happening.
I do want to
That is
put it.
not happening.
I'm definitely streaming in 1080p for the event. And I might up the view distance possibly and my texture quality, but I can't really do too much. It's staying on performance mode.
Everything else is just not gonna work.
Yeah.
I've tried DX11. It's just painful.
I mean, it looks okay, but it's surprisingly laggy. Once I get my new graphics card, I'm looking at a new graphics card at the moment. Once I get that, I'll be able to stream in much higher quality. I'm not going to be switching off performance mode though, unless it's an event. I won't be. But yeah, that's actually all we have this time. It's actually all we have. So tune in for the event, and we'll catch you. I'm going to be streaming it. Trailers up, scheduled stuff is all up, and it's literally 12 hours and 49 minutes away now. What do you guys think of the 30-minute podcast? I think that's a good kind of number. I'd like to keep it around that. So if you guys do also like that, please do share your thoughts. I'm honestly really hyped. Now I've got to go on and do a video.
So hyped.
But I will be uploading this podcast as soon as I can. See you guys.